Okay, how's it going, everybody? I am live and all the things and the such. Um, yeah. Note to self: don't start playing around with these settings on what is this on Streamlabs right before going live, because then people get to see that, which is hilarious. Because I'm still messing with shit. You'll see right now. You saw like the little wording and stuff going around. I don't know. I'm still not happy with how this looks, and I know I'm like kind of more or less going on about stuff that isn't important, but whatever. Alrighty, so we are here. We're going to be doing the Nightmare 25. Thanks everybody in chat for hanging out. Glad to know that everybody's oversharing. Gotta appreciate that. Uh, but, it is what it is. Not a big deal. Alrighty, so, yeah, let's have some fun. I'm excited. Like I said, I've said like during mixing it up and all that, like this has been a while coming. I've been wanting to do this. It's been sitting on my desk for like 3 weeks, just ready to go, and then just either I oversleep or just random things, and it's a whole flop. But yeah, again, thanks everybody for joining me and stuff. It's been a great time. Especially you guys make this so much more fun. Oh man, just looking through the chat here, seeing what you guys are all talking about. Alrighty, so yeah, Nightmare 25. We're gonna be looking at it. I don't know. It's really funny because I've been like thinking about like the whole reviewing process. Like I really don't have many things that are new anymore. I don't really go out buying new things as soon as they come out, just mostly because most of it tends to either be pods or things don't have my interest. So I feel like a lot of my reviewing is kind of getting into, do these things kind of hold up? Like, because I mean, the Nightmare 25's been out for a minute. I mean, I wouldn't say a year, but it's been several months now. Probably pretty close on that whole year mark. So, it's one of those things of giving the obligatory review. Fair enough.
You're welcome.
But yeah. So I don't know. Either way, I mean, I've always been like, as far as my reviews go, it's always been more, I'm gonna do what I want when I want and whatever makes me happy. Because I mean, I do this for fun. I don't really see this exploding. I'm not a grim green or anything like that. But either way, I just like having fun with this. So yeah, we're gonna jump into the table cam view and what's it called? Before that, advocacy. Stay on top of it. Be aware of your surroundings. Know what is going on in your areas, because in all reality, you never know what's going on near you. I think it was during Across the Pond last Saturday. I was talking about how, yes, we're dealing with federal stuff, but do pay attention to your state and your local, like near your town, because sometimes they'll put out ordinances or they'll do like town meetings and stuff, and you won't even know that they're doing this stuff if you're not fully paying attention. You could always visit, like great sources like ASA or Adam, if you're still awake, what's that one that you recommend that lets you know like more or less your more all the diverse advocacy groups and all that? I can't remember. You mentioned it on Saturday and you mentioned it on all your stuff, but yeah, go check that out. Hopefully you could put a link or something. What was I gonna say? But you could always actually go check like your local town's website, and most of the time they actually do have like their agenda, I guess, or their whatever like the list is for Inco. Okay, yeah, thank you. There it is, Inco. Go and check that out. And then I'll help you find either, I don't know how like local they get, but you could go check that out and see what they do. I know they do at least countries. So it's one of those things. Do be aware of everything. I mean, I'll be honest, being an advocate can get overwhelming, and seeing people like Logan and all the folks at CASA and all the stuff they do, they deserve a huge pat in the back and a beer or something, because for like 2.5 years straight, I tried keeping up with everything, and it gets so overwhelming, and sadly, most of this is being fought on Twitter. because that's where all the misinformation gets spread when it comes to vaping and stuff like that. And it just it gets really overwhelming. It gets really tiring, and you're just basically trying to like you're up against a brick wall because you have pharmaceutical companies, you got like ignorant parent groups, you got the government, and we're trying to like convince all these people. You got big tobacco, you got all these people, and you're trying to convince the people that they are convincing that vaping is bad. And it turns into a very overwhelming situation that just that's all I can say. Like, it's just a giant sigh. Alrighty, but we're gonna go down on the top down view because I've been talking for a minute. So we will be back. Alrighty, so here we are. This is the Nightmare 25. This is the box that comes in for the electric red. I remember Sifu, I was showing him the box and he's like, why is it red? I was like, I don't know, this is the color it came in. And I know, like, if you get like a different color, they either come in a black box. He told me that the blue one came in a more bluish tint, so there it is. That's the box. I will say in the 28 it comes in a little pouch. I don't know which packaging style I like more. And I normally don't really care about packaging, but it is weird that they went with a pouch on the 28 and then they went with an actual box on the 25. So there it is, Nightmare. There's some information in the back if you're on replay crew or even watching live and you want to pause it just to read what little there is right there, because they kept it very straight and simple. Very, very straight and simple. Alright, let's get in here. You get 2 Allen keys. One of these is to like change out the 510 pin. The other one, I have no idea what it's for. I don't remember. It's been a minute. Oh yeah, it's to get these guys right here. That's why. Just as I'm pulling it out of the packaging, it's to get these guys out right here. It helps with bringing down taking out the posts and stuff like that. So you can see, like, there is, it catches onto the posts on the underneath, which most people don't really mess around with that stuff. I don't know, people in chat or anybody watching the replay, do you guys ever actually take your RDAs fully apart to clean them out and things like that? Have you ever actually done that? Because it gets very interesting. If you never cleaned out an RDA and you've had it for a while, try taking it apart. Be careful not to lose any of the small parts and stuff like that, or over tighten things once you put it back together. But like liquid and things do tend to crust up under the post in there. You'd be shocked how actually gross that can get, or the peak insulator can get a little like crusty. And if you're actually ever, and this is like a overgeneral advice, not just for this, but if you ever feel that your RDA is not hitting as hard as you used to, try cleaning out your 510 pin, and also once in a while take it apart and clean out everything under there, because sometimes it could just be there's a bad connection because there's liquid all crusted up and sugar and all that stuff. But yeah, so you get an extra baggie of goodies. It does come with the squonk pin installed. I have the solid state pin in there. It comes with some extra grub screws, if you can see that right there. So yeah, it's the baggie, bunch of O-rings, which I really need to check out something with the O-rings, but that's for another day. Dude, I could see wanting to like take it fully apart after like not cleaning it or not like using up your coils for a year. I don't know. I think it's funny because like as a builder, I make the cardinal sin of anytime I feel like it, I'm like, dude, I got an itch to build and I'll just fucking build. And I know like a lot of people that like, you know, that purchase coils, they tend to like run those coils to the end of existence. And you know, those are the true the people that do that are the true what do you call the true testers of all this shit. Because I mean, seriously, especially when it comes to coils, you don't see many people that like test out coils like in a huge capacity. Alrighty, so there's a Nightmare 25. Put it on my Warlock's Guardian because we will be building it here soon. This is 810 compatible drip tip. I mean, at this point, it's actually more rare to see a 510 Even though like it does come in a lot of like 22 millimeter atomizers and smaller tanks and stuff, it's more rare to see that than like, I don't know. Just remember like back in the day when like 810 was barely becoming a thing, and I remember like Grimm started calling it Goon style, and that was kind of a thing for a while. But I'm mostly telling you that because this is a DHD drip tip, and the chop tops and the nubs will fit it, and they will look very nice, and I'll give it a little bit of color. So yeah. Alrighty, so we open this guy up, and there is your build deck. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get this to focus a little more. There it is, better focus. Alright, as you can tell, there it is, the build deck. The way this works is your coil sits right above here. Air comes up from in here, and then it just goes whoosh, and pretty much. I'll say I still feel like I'm wildly out of practice with the reviewing process, but you can tell here's the cap. There's the airflow. You can, let's see if the camera will pick it up, but you can see when it's closing up right there. Yeah, you can actually see it closing up. Right there, I only have those last two. Everything else is capped off. Personally, I have not really messed with the airflow because I like it fully open because it's an RDA and I'm going to stick some fat coils in there. At least it's a 25 millimeter RDA. Because like with 22s, those are different. And even then, most of the stuff I tend to build it accordingly, and then I just vape it fully open, and that makes me very, very happy. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. For sure, if they're really well-made coils, they will last for well over a year. I know people that have had like coil turd coils for like, I think I saw one guy, he said he had like a pair for like a year and a half, almost two or something like that. And I was like, holy shit, I don't know how you did that. Mostly because I would have changed them several times. But then again, like I said, I get the itch to build and things get rebuilt because I can. But not everybody can do that, or not everybody's willing to. I mean, that's fine. To each their own. Alrighty. I'll say I was thinking about this while I was sitting here getting ready to go live and all that kind of thing. I should just get a freaking coiling tool and just for like the sake of doing these live builds a lot quicker. Because when I was doing these pre-recorded, it's a lot easier because you just speed through it, and if you need like some talking points, you could just bring up some talking points. But yeah, alrighty. So I'm going with is 26 gauge, 5 wrap, 5.5 wrap, whatever you want to call that. Alien in here. What you do is you just pop this guy in here. We'll say in like a case like this, doing an indentation or something like that would make it a lot easier. So we're just gonna go ahead and indent and stuff. I don't indent my coils mostly because not all RDAs call for it, and then B, I don't know, it just feels like an extra step that most people don't appreciate. I know Duchess, we had talked about it, and he was indenting his coils, and he got like a lot of messages of, dude, why do you indent your coils? I don't want them indented and da-da-da. So it just turns into, if you want them indented, go for it, do it yourself. Makes it a lot easier on the builder, makes it a lot easier on the individual that gets the coils. But so yeah, and this is what I mean by coily tool, because I could have had these like pre-cut or something, but I will show you. Normally the way I built this is I'll bring it in here and then just put the coils like that, and I'll try to give myself a little bit of room, and I'm actually using my monitor, because normally when you're building you can just look down and you have the item right in front of you, but since I am doing this on camera, I'm trying to make sure I stay in camera. Unlike on Sunday when I was supposed to be building a coil, and most what people saw was my fat head or nothing, just my desk, which that helped absolutely no one. Alright, so loose strand there. Alright, so then the next step, what I normally like to do when building RDA, since I don't have bonus tools and stuff, is I'll actually try to match up the coils from what I cut on the prior guy. And I feel that, I don't know, that seems to be a technique that works for me personally. But if you guys have any other tips or tricks that you guys can give, let me know. Are you Christine's bloke?
Bloke with superpowers?
Yes. Like my wife's like Twitch people when they show up on here. What I like about it is they get to finally put a face to the voice, because they normally
they get to put a face to the
snoring or the talking shit, because I'm always just like talking shit in the background when I don't need to be. Let me see what you say, Ern. Probably have an extra coily tool lying around. Index coils are deck specific, I feel. Yeah, very, very, very true. That's why I like indexing coils, especially like as a coil builder that sells, not just for yourself. It makes it a lot more. You're trying to cater to a wide variety of people, and it just kind of makes it for. It's not like the worst thing, but it does make for an interesting situation, because you're trying to make sure you cover all your bases. You got, because even like I was talking to a fella yesterday that needed some RDL, some coils for like RDL vaping or like burrow devices, and he had bought from another builder, and the other builder I respect fully, and the dude's awesome. He, as far as I can tell, the dude has never really made a bad situation for anyone, so dude's okay in my book. But he didn't have anything MTL or RDL, and I was like, well, that's interesting, because I would have imagined he would do that, because the dude has like a wide variety of coils. Like, he has a very wide variety of coils. I've seen his site. It's a very well done site, and he has a lot of like variety for just pretty much any taste. And the dude does staggereds. He does like the Fralians, the frame staples, which like those are things that I'm not even willing to touch. But he didn't have MTL stuff, which that was weird. All right, so there is my placement right there. I think I left this one a little bit further out. I don't know if I want to push it in more. Probably will. Just to. And also, I don't really tighten these down until I have my placement proper. Because if not, you're just kind of like having to unscrew fully and then rescrew fully. And even then with this guy, it doesn't really need like a whole lot of tightening. It's very simple, especially with like bigger coils like this. I don't know if you guys build things with like thinner wire, or if you build an M25 with like thinner wire or anything like that. I'd like to know your experiences with that. But for me right here, it makes it a lot easier, especially because they're stacked. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but like if you could tell, they're like stacked under the thing there. Normally it like depends on what you're vaping. If it's like pod systems and stuff, you gotta let the wicking kind of take over. I remember so officially I started vaping in 2012, but I did try prior to that. There was like this weird subscription service where you get like these cardos. They were like pre-filled cardos, and they were a tobacco flavor, and I don't know what it was, but it just gave me burnt everything. And I was like, dude, if this is vaping, I don't want anything to do with it. Like, seriously, it was just beyond disgusting. And that's kind of what like really kept me away from that. I think it was like 2010, maybe 2009. I don't know. It was this weird subscription service, and they would send you like a big box. Like they sent you like your starter kit, and you got like a battery and like some cardos, and they would just screw on there. and it was just like a Siga-like type situation. And I just remember trying it out, and the worst part was that like they would send you every 3 months. They would send you like, I think it was like maybe five, like a 5 pack or something like that, and I didn't realize that when I signed up for it. Luckily, I lost that card, so I was able to like, get rid of it. But trying to cancel that service did not work, no matter what you did. Calling them, emailing them, actually going on the site and canceling your service. It was weird. I fucking hated them because it was like, dude, I tried it once, I hated it, and I've been trying to cancel this shit for a bit, and it just wouldn't happen. It could just be your. It could be either you if you had like stock coils. It could be that they were just garbage coils, or that you're running it too high if it was like a regulated device where you could change the wattage and stuff like that, and you were just running it too high and it was running too hot. That does happen. All right, so here we are. There's the placement, and I just bring them up a little bit, as long as it's like over the airflow but not touching, because if not you'll get a short and blah blah blah. So there's that. Now for wicking, we'll say I found this one to be a little bit better on the wicking than the 28, mostly because the 28 is such a big deck that you need it to like really be spaced out and fully in there. And as far as wicking is concerned, I have like no good advice personally. Like, I do know how to pull and all that, but seriously, go check out Breeze Tones' tutorial for the roll method or whatever it was called. Again, Adam, if you're still around, just drop a link for me, dude, if you can. If you remember like where Adam's video is. I know it was like during like one of the Friday Fallouts or something like that. And yes, I am still one of those weirdos that likes to thin their cotton. I know that's kind of like antiquated at this point. Most people just do more or less like a tuck or something. Personally, I just think this does help with the wicking, because when I'm rolling like the whole cotton to like fit it to size and stuff, I think I over tighten it or over pack it, so I need to like fluff it back out a little. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like my technique per se would work for everybody, because it does have like a level of fiddliness. But yeah. All right. So what I do, I just like, from doing that part, I just pull on it a little bit, get all that extra scragglers off, and then I'll just tuck away at that point. Personally, I don't see the point of cutting the ends if you could just pull on it a little bit and just get that extra out of the way. And there's that. You can tell. We'll say, like, the space between this one and the 28 tend to be very, like, more or less night and day, because those extra 3mm do make quite a bit of a difference. The bacon roll, there you go. Fuck. You're fun. Thank you. I did not pre-fire. I did not. Luckily, yeah. I got too busy talking. Thank you, chat. Which means I'm gonna have to like get more cotton. I saved one. Oh, I'm glad I looked up when I did, because if not, yeah. I just got like way too involved in chat and stuff. I like how it's gonna burn off cotton at this point too. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but it is like burning off cotton, like right there. I feel stupid. Again, I'm out of practice with this. It's been a while. I'm playing stupid at the moment. It's been a while. I don't know what I'm doing, even though I build pretty regularly. I will say, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, like on a video or anything like that, but the way the camera picks up when you're glowing coils, it's actually going a lot hotter than you think. It looks a lot hotter than you think I'm glowing them, because if you could tell, like my finger's barely pulsing it. And it looks like it's like just glowing bright orange, and from like personally here what I'm seeing in like in front of me, it's barely going anywhere. That's funny. I seriously appreciate you guys. Yeah, let's make this more fun. I will say part of like me not doing reviews as much anymore is because the whole pre-recorded thing does get kind of boring and taxing after a bit, and doing this live is a little bit more fun because I get to interact with folks. Alright, I think, yeah, we're good. Seriously, went on a good rant about building and rebuilding and things like that, and I forgot the one important step. Elite Vapors, holy shit, I wouldn't put myself there. Fuck that. I'm just a jackass with a camera and way too much time on my hands. That's how I am. This guy, Elite Vapors, holy crap. I do not put myself on Elite. I put myself on a guy that decided to like create a channel like 5 years ago, and for some reason won't stop. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get more cotton. Where did I put it? Because I already actually had everything set for this. Where did I put that damn bag? My cotton bag, which was on my desk. Oh, where it went?
Is it behind you?
No, that's just my bag.
Your jacket?
Yeah. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Actually, I should have used this guy. I forgot. I should have used actually this guy right here. Bam! Technical difficulties. We're off the air. Oh, I couldn't find my bag. It was actually sitting under something else. So, we're pre-fired now. So, that was a thing. So, yay. I will say, I am one of those people that does like doing a bit of a tighter wick. Honestly, I can like somebody really explain the whole like crackle phenomena that came out like in the last 2-3 years. Like I understand hearing that crackle, and it's actually very, very soothing to the ADHD. But like it's just like a weird obsession, and a lot of the times it isn't even your build that dictates the whole crackle thing. It's actually your wicking. But people always want to put it to the coils, and if you're like me that over tightens and stuff like that, you're not gonna get like a mad crackle. The looser your build is, the better the crackle. Hey, Ian Covenant, dude, it was nice seeing you on the stream the other day. I think it was last Saturday. You were on that one stream. It's cool putting a face to the name, because I had never seen you on anything before. Seemed like a really chill dude. Alright, now we can move on to the next step. Alrighty. Alright. What's sad is like how close I was to being done with that. Now we're gonna ramp this bitch up. What's fun is I'm also testing a liquid in this that I just made the other day. Yeah, look at that. Vapors. Alright, so I'm gonna put the top cap on, and we're gonna go up top, do the whole face, even though you could see my face the whole time, because I do like this whole multicam thing. Instead of just like staring at my desk and my hands the whole time, you could actually see my goofy face as I'm like panicking of holy shit, I can't find things, or holy shit, why didn't I pre-fire my coils? Alright, so let's go do some final thoughts. Alrighty. Nah, dude, you're actually really cool. You're like, you seem like I said, you seem like a really chill dude. I'm gonna have to like just hang out at some point. I don't even do like voice chat, like the Discord chats and stuff like that. Mostly because I'm a hermit, man. I've learned to keep to myself. I don't human very well, to be bluntly honest. I actually do the whole solo man thing. It's really weird. And I actually have like a lot of like weird social anxieties. Alrighty, so what's it called? So I put it on my the Triple X Reborn or whatever they call this damn thing. First gripe, like final thoughts, negative, cons, pros, whatever. I like the size. It has amazing flavor. A10 always makes it really nice because you can get chop tops, because DHD needs to do a chop top 510 version, like something shorter, because as much as like and I'm going on a like tangent here, as much as I like these, I wish they were shorter, but that's beside the point. I like it, but this is my one gripe. Like, there is no grip on this top cap, and it pisses me off. I wish it actually had a little bit more of a grip. And if you guys know any way to fix that, please let me know. And that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, I didn't really try doing like the different O-rings, but normally that doesn't even change it unless you're able to like purchase outside O-rings or other O-rings that would work. Just I don't know. It's very frustrating because I actually get this, like, if this cap, like if something bumps it or something, that kind of happens right there, and it's just very frustrating to me. You can tell cloud production really nice. Fogging up the shit out of my area here. Like I said, I'm testing out a liquid too, so I'm like having first opinions on it. It's very interesting. It has like a weird chocolate finish, which I like. I'll say in that front, that's what I mean with flavor is amazing. For the most part, I'm very chocolate blind. I can't taste most chocolate liquids. They all taste like nothing. Like, at least some people get eraser shavings. I get absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah, this one's terrible, dude. Like, the 28, I could seriously put a lot of weight behind it, and the Reborn's a really heavy mod. If you guys have one, you would know, like, this thing's just stupid mad heavy. So, I could never pick this up from the top cap, because it will not go anywhere. Like, seriously, nothing. It's just a pain in the ass. Harbor Freight, I'm gonna have to check it out and see if they have, like, O-rings and stuff that would fit it. So, because I mean, you can actually buy parts and stuff. It's just more of an annoyance of the manufacturer could have just checked that out. Because I've seen a lot of people I've seen that be like the one complaint about the whole thing, and I don't know if it's just the top cap doesn't latch on very well. Like with the 28, I actually had the opposite. Is the O-rings are so tough that trying to get that cap off sucks. And I am a pop and paint guy because if I drip or blah or whatever you want to call it. The floss trick. Do tell. What's it called? I could actually taste chocolate in this RDA. I've done a couple like chocolate liquids and stuff, and granted, there has been a lot of better chocolate flavorings that have come out in recent years. But even then, with like some of the older flavorings that I have and stuff like that, I could still taste the chocolate, which makes me a happy person. There you go. Well, yeah, there you go. Try to like, if you are having issues, which I will probably try to like explore that route because I do like the RDA. It's just that one gripe. That's like honestly the only gripe I really have with it. Beyond that, great flavor. It does really good on just like all the points that I, for the most part, need. Just the O-ring test does not pass. Like I remember one way and like for the most part it was a borrowed mod and it was I borrowed it for as long as I needed. But the what was that thing called, the TVL Plan B collab mod thing or whatever, that parallel mod, that was the heaviest fucking mod ever. And if you could put an RDA on there and the top cap wouldn't just fly off from picking it up from the RDA, you knew that RDA was the tits when it came to fucking like it holding on, because that mod was so heavy. I remember we actually go back to my MTurk V2 review. I actually had it on that mod and I was like, check it out, it holds very well, and I'm swinging the damn thing. I was like, dude, that was actually hilarious. Okay, I might have to try that out, see if that helps. Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you mean. And these are things I don't think about when it comes to vaping, even though I actually did like so my dad has a landscaping business and stuff, and as a kid, like especially in California, here in Texas, we don't do it as much or at all, because it's weird out here. But in California, we actually used to put down sprinkler systems, and I was the goofy kid that since I was small enough, they would throw me into crawl spaces and would have to like program the sprinkler controllers and stuff like that and wire them. And we would always do like, and I know like PVC pipe is different from like copper and stuff like that, but we'd still have to use like special tapes for certain like fittings and stuff like that. So I know what you're talking about, and there's probably some in the garage, so I could probably go check that out. So okay, yeah. Seriously, thank you. Those are things I don't think about because like sometimes trying to associate vaping to other scopes of like things. I mean, in the end, most of the stuff is just, or at least the original beginnings of this, it was just like repurposed things, which I'm all for repurposing because fuck yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other points I'm missing. Like I said, I don't really have any cons. Like as far as like the build deck is fine. I don't like Sifu. I know he said he wasn't like really a no. He's not a fan of side airflow, and that's a whole different thing. And I'm trying to remember, like the airflow doesn't bother me. I have like no issues with it. It holds up really well. We'll say do keep your coils a little bit high from the where the airflow sits, because if not, you could get a short or and end up ruining the coil or worse. And safety, battery safety, gotta stay on it. I'm trying to think of what else here. What other points I might be missing. Yeah, I think you got stuck in a roof once. Yeah. No, yeah. I just remember there was this one house they had, like, and there's the thing in California, nobody really has, like, basements or anything like that. But some of them do have, like, crawl spaces. And there was one house where, like, the entrance was, like, literally, like, maybe, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I think it was, like, this big, about, like, maybe this tall. And my dad just like went get in there and just shoved me in, and then I'm like sitting there all scrounched up, and I'm a short guy to begin with, and as a kid I was a small kid. I was not really that big. Like I'm seriously 5'6". I'm a short dude. Uh, and as a kid I was like a really tiny kid, so it just shoved me into like crawl spaces. I'm sitting there with like a flashlight, trying to hold the flashlight as I'm like trying to like get wiring done, and then I'm sitting there trying to program the damn thing, and I'm trying to read the instructions because I've never actually, because we would do like different ones. Yeah, yeah, I've seen, yeah, the shared post, the dual post. I get what you mean. For me, like one of my all-time favorites is always going to be the Recoil and the Rebel, and I like that the posts, they all fall into different ones. And like with the shared post thing, thank you, Ian. You're awesome. Told you, you're a chill dude. Sometimes one of the problems that you have is when you're trying to get the coils in there, they'll either like come in like this, and you want them like either sit on top of each other, or if like they skew a little bit, that's fine. That actually helps because they'll make a better contact. Like if you can tell, when I was glowing it, they were glowing unevenly for the longest time, and that's partially because of that, because of like how your coils and the screws come into contact with everything. It doesn't sit very, very well. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. It makes for an interesting experience. Try to like be the guy that did it. Like now, I don't think I could fit in any of those spaces. Like I'm short, but I'm still chubby. I got a little fluffy over the years. Um, yeah, because I was like wildly underweight as a kid because I didn't eat. Like I hated eating, and then my teenage years kicked in, and holy shit, that I started eating everything in sight. Um, but yeah, I'll agree with that. Sometimes the shared post thing is not the best of things. Like with the goon, that's always been one of my biggest gripes with the goon. It's a great one, but if you have your coils all weird, your posts end up like doing this weird wobbly thing. If you've ever built a goon, you know what I'm talking about, where they don't sit flat, and sometimes it's so uneven, and it just does like a horrible job. What up, David Lloyd? Alrighty, I think I got all my points across. I don't know what else to talk about, and I'm just kind of more or less rambling and all that. So, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Come next Tuesday, mixing it up. We are doing a roulette. Um, so, and I think like how it goes is Steve is doing Sifu. Sifu's doing me. No. Damn, I forgot the order. I'm going to have to actually go back through the video because I do need to know which one. Ooh, dude, you got you some goons. The OG, the 1.5, the 25, the low pro, or the 22. I think, did I say the 22? I don't know. Like, I like the goon. It's a good RDA. It has great flavor. I actually recently revisited because I was like, you know what? I haven't vaped my goon in a while, and they still hold up. I mean, all these years later. I mean, shit. I don't even think they even do anything anymore, and they still hold up. So, you know, always. All right, guys. So go check out kvtvshop.com. Use the code KVTV for 20% off. Also, there's like free shipping over $75. I'm still debating that because I feel like with coils, especially, it takes quite a bit more to get to there. But I am going to be adding the liquid, so hopefully that works. If not, I will probably be dropping it. I don't know. I'm still debating it. Like I said, I've been debating it for a minute because I feel like that's too high, but then I don't know if it's like lowering it would be a smart choice.
Or 50.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think 50 is better, personally.
That's what I was thinking.
Great minds.
Mm-hmm. That was the wife's hand. Yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, you're fine. So yeah, go check out the Teespring, pick up some KV gear, some Mixing It Up gear. I think I took off all the wolf bite stuff. Since we don't do that anymore, and for a while there, Tim was doing it because he had taken over that for me because I more or less needed just to step away, just because I was doing way too much at that point in time. I was doing wolf bite, doing my stuff, and doing vaping with the Omis. It just became way too much for a schedule. Oh, wow, that's gross. Good luck cleaning those out. Bring out the toothbrush, man, because holy crap. All right. Yeah, I covered everything. Patreon. I do have a Patreon. I rarely ever, if at all, mention it. But if you guys want to like support the channel and all that, that'd be cool. Just like some guy brought it up not too long ago. Of, hey, do you have a Patreon? You should promote it more. I'm like, okay. But it's like, it feels weird asking for money, but it does help out because, I mean, most of the stuff I get, I do have some amazing friends that are willing to work with me and just let me do crazy deals or trades and stuff like that. But beyond that, it's just, stuff is still expensive, and, having to buy food and things like that are more important. Always remember that. Yeah, that was weird. Sorry. All right. I will see you guys next Tuesday, and we will hang out as always. Vape on, mix on.